Hello and welcome to the Simply Free Little Talk. This is Extraordinary Wednesday, and I have a wonderful guest. You know, I always try to bring you the best guests, interesting stories, wonderful authors, producers, production crew, etc., etc. Well, I want to take this time and say welcome again to the Simply Free Little Talk. I want to thank my sponsors and thank you, the faithful viewing audience that is here tonight so that you and I can enjoy a wonderful time and hear an extraordinary, interesting testimony and a journey of Mr. David Muse. Without further ado, let me welcome in and bring in my guest, Mr. David Muse, and he's going to share all about the Boss family. Hello, sir. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. It is a great, great evening, and you have some extraordinary things to share with us tonight, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So you're here tonight because you have written a book called The Boss Family. But there's
Exactly.
more to this, but there's more to that story, though, right, Mr.
Mm,
David? There's much, much more. Kind of
right.
elaborate on that.
Well, the way that I actually came up with the idea of the Boss Family, I was
Mhm,
watching a movie with my cousin, and it was
mhm.
about young black kids. I forget what it was. It was like New Jack City, Menace to
Yeah.
Society, something like that.
Oh,
And at the end of the movie, um, the people that were making the money, they all went to jail. They all got killed. Money got thrown in the ocean or lake or something.
wow.
And I turned to my cousin. I said, "Man, why do every time they make movies about young black people making money, at the end something tragic has to happen, something stupid?"
Mm,
I said,
correct.
"What if we're able to keep that money and create generational wealth?" And that idea just sparked me. And I said, "Wow, I'm gonna write a book about a young black family um, that were getting money and." They wound up keeping it and turning it into generational wealth, and that's
Mhm.
what about uh, came alive.
I love that. And so, for those that do not understand what generational wealth is, kind of elaborate on what generational wealth is. And I know you're wearing the brand to your business.
Mhm.
So we can talk about that as well, but just kind of give them the idea of what generational wealth is so that they will be able to understand the importance of this entire book.
Generational wealth is a generation of people gaining wealth. For example, you have the Waltons with Walmart. You
Yes.
have uh, like Polo. All these Ralph Lauren.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
brands, they created wealth that they could pass on. That's what generational wealth is. It's wealth that you can pass on. Like if you go into a job every day and you might be making $100,000, and you say, "Oh, that's great money," but that's not money that you can pass on. Uh,
Yes.
Money
Yes.
that you are using to survive right now. Generational wealth is something that you can pass on to your children, then their children, to their children, to their children, on and on. A perfect example of that, as far as a book is concerned, is The Godfather. We
Yes.
look at a lot of people don't know The Godfather was a book. Everyone knows it as a movie because it was such a successful movie.
Such
But
as
The Godfather was a book
wow.
by Mario Puzo, and that's what the book was about. Vito Corleone created generational wealth that he passed on. That's why you got the Godfather Part Two, Godfather Part Three,
Hmm.
and that's what it was all about with
The
the boss
Godfather. Oh, the boss. Yes.
wealth that they can pass on to the generations following them.
Wow. This is so interesting. But let the audience know that your book also is in the process of becoming a movie
Exactly,
and
exactly.
eventually a TV series. Yes, I'm all for that.
Well, that was my goal when people read the book and you getting feedback. I had a lot of people saying that, oh wow, this would make a great movie, this would make a great television series.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
make it a television series. And when I reached out to some producers down here in Dallas, which is where I'm at. I'm originally from Chicago, but I'm down here in Dallas. And they read the book and they was like, man, you know what? This would be a great television series, but first,
Yes, definitely.
let's produce it into a movie and
Mm,
off into a television series. So that's when I got the idea about the movie. I said, okay, well, you know, you all know the business better than I know it.
absolutely. They know the market.
Exactly, exactly. They know
Yeah.
how to do it. So I said, okay, let's do it that way. So I'm in discussions with them to get the script written. First, we have to get the script written and all the cast and all the stuff that goes along with making a movie. And then eventually, that's my goal, to turn it into a television, because I want to be able to write an episode every week, because that's what I love to do, to write. Um, the movie aspect of it, you write the script, the actors are getting, everybody will do what they have to do. But from
Mhm.
of a television drama series, I can write an episode every week, which
Wow, that's
is
right. No, I was saying I'm agreeing with you. I said that's correct. You can. You can write it every week.
right,
Wow,
right. That's my goal. So that's where we are with it right now.
that's awesome. Can you tell them what the entire title of the book is, because it actually has a message for us. I just said the Boss Family, but it says what's the rest of that?
Generational wealth is the goal.
Is the goal. And I love that. I love what you stated earlier of how you were became really interested in the fact that you notice in movies no one ever took the cash home. They either went to jail. So I love the fact that you were inspired to write a book, write this book that now is so intriguing that now we can see it in a movie and eventually in a TV series. And like you said, that give your imagination a stretch every week to give us more and more and more.
Right. Well, when the book opens, the main character name is Tommy Boss. When the book opens, Tommy is 15 years old.
Okay.
He's on the south side of Chicago. That's where the book is based out of, the south side of
Mhm.
Chicago. And he meets a person. I don't want to get a book away, people to
No,
read.
we don't want you to give it away now.
Someone, an older person, and they see something in him. You know, he's not, with our community, ways out of poverty for us is entertainment or sports. But then it's like, okay, what if you have someone coming from our neighborhood that can't sing, they can't dance, they can't rap, and all these kinds of things, and they can't, they're not a great athlete,
Mm.
but they have great intelligence. And see, that's who Tommy is. Tommy is a young boy. He don't have all those gifts, but his gift is he thinks. Even though he's only 15 years old, he's a thinker.
Wow.
An older person in the neighborhood, they saw that in him. And they said, they pulled him to the side and said, man, you know what? You have a gift. You have something that you can really give to the world.
Hmm.
Of course, he's 15 years old. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Wow. Hmm.
Going down the street, whatever. So she was like, no, I'm about to sit here. And she sits him down. I can give it. It's an older lady, and she
Okay.
sits him down and she said, no, listen, I'm gonna teach you this particular bit. Now that part I'm not gonna give away. The business.
Okay. Okay. You're not gonna
That
get a business.
yeah, that's what
Okay.
it was, a business taught him. And
Hmm.
she said, this business can make you rich beyond your wildest imagination. But all only thing I ask you to do, Tom, just listen. When I
Wow.
tell you something, how I do it, how I tell you to do it, just do it. And he did
Hmm.
it. And make a long story short, as far as the book is concerned, he turned his family into one of the wealthiest families in the world
Wow.
through that old lady and through that business. I mean,
Mm.
of course, Chicago, you have politics, you have violence, you have all the things that go along
Yeah.
with it. So we went through a lot. I mean, the book don't take you from poverty, because that's what they were. They had poverty all the way to billions of dollars. No, they went
Mm.
through some amazing twists and turns to get to where they eventually got. So it's an amazing ride. It's an amazing ride.
It sounds like it is. And I know that it's really set, the stage is set where there is a young person that grows into learning something from an older person and then taking that wisdom and applying it. And so often that's what happens to all of us in life at one point or another. We get some great wisdom, but it's our choice. It's our choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talk about the setting behind you. I know you mentioned again that it's Chicago. Kind of talk us through this beautiful skyline behind you.
Man, Chicago has one of the, a lot of people in Chicago said the most beautiful, but it is. It's one of the most beautiful skylines in the world.
Mm,
I mean, if you ever visit to Chicago,
romantic.
make sure you visit Lakeshore Drive. I
Mm,
mean, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world, especially on a summer night, nice
mm,
weather. You go out there, the wind is blowing and it's
mm,
breeze nice. And Chicago is just it's a very intriguing place because it's built up of neighborhoods.
mm.
The way that Chicago was set up, and that's something like the Boss family. They come from a community called Jeffrey Manor, and that's one of the great things I like about the book. I use real,
Locations.
real
Yeah.
place where Chicago is. You know, you're going to talk about downtown. You're going to talk about Chicago. You're going to talk about Comiskey Park or Wrigley Field and Soldier Field. All these different landmarks in Chicago. Chicago is just it's an incredibly intriguing place. I mean, it
Mm,
gets flack for violence and all that kind of thing, but people from Chicago know that it's so much more to Chicago than
so much more.
great media. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I love it when you have the annual taste of Chicago. Yes. Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I love food, so I'm a food connoisseur. So you know that's one of my selling points when I'm introduced to such a beautiful place. So, with that being said, sir, share with us how your experience, your personal experiences were growing up in that area.
Oh wow. For me, uh, I was an athlete all my life, so for me, it was all about basketball.
Wow. Wow.
Uh, my youth basketball, because you can go back through Chicago, man. There's so many uh, NBA, male and female, that have come through Chicago. So we had that in our face all the time, and on the playground,
Yes.
and all the stuff that goes along with that. So my inspiration was always basketball, and I just loved the game. We was able to see all amazing basketball players that came from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We can't play against them, but then, and I guess it was 1984. Michael Jordan was drafted to Chicago, and that just took basketball to a whole nother level. You know, that all the way through the 80s and the 90s, even
Mm-hmm.
2000, it was all about basketball in the South.
Wow.
The West Side, yeah.
Wow. So, was there a time in your life that you actually had a similar experience that your main character experienced in the book?
I mean, I grew up well, a single mom. Um, but even though Tommy had his mother and father, but he grew up in a violent environment as
Oof.
far as family concerned. I didn't have that, but the neighborhood that Tommy Boss grew up in, I grew up in that Jeffrey Manor community.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, we saw the same things. You saw
Wow.
drugs, you saw violence, you saw athletes, you saw entertainers, you
Mm-hmm.
saw inspiration, so many different ways you could go. Uh, it was up to you and to who who you were talking to, who had your ear, who had your interest.
Yes.
And you didn't have what you have today. You have so many outlets with social, so much to do. We didn't have that. So we were outside, throwing rocks, throwing balls, throwing sticks, anything to entertain ourselves. So, it was older people talking to you. You had more time to listen.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, children today they have video games, they have TikTok and all these other different things,
Wow.
and their interest. But we grew up just sitting on the front porch.
Ah, I remember those times on the front
Yeah.
porch. I love that time. Yes, that's a
Just
nice time.
each other, listening to the older people talk, and I think that's what we're missing now in our society.
Mm.
Don't we don't take the benefit of our older people talking because everyone is trying to entertain themselves through their phones.
Mm.
You see pictures, man. This is intriguing. You see pictures of people sitting in restaurants. 6 people go to a restaurant and they'll get a table. And as soon as they order their food, all 6 of them will pull out their phone and be on the phone.
Wow. Mm.
That's just amazing to me. It wasn't,
Yes.
it was more of a bond. You know,
Yes. More of an interaction.
yeah,
More
it was
action.
actually
Wow. Wow. Wow.
love about with the Boss Family. Once you read it,
Hmm.
it's all about interaction. It's like a time when there were no cell phones.
Yeah.
Because the Boss Family it starts in the '80s. Like I
Mhm.
started like 1983.
Wow.
And,
The
but we
times people communicated.
yeah, people were talking to one
Mm.
another.
Interesting, interesting. So, are you bringing back those family traditions where when we would go places together with our family, that we're more in tune with one another versus you're not interacting at all with each other? Like you said, 6 people at the same table, and all 6 are on their cell phones entertaining themselves in a different manner.
You know, thoughts always come to me, and that's that people always ask me because I have another book coming out in about 3 weeks called The Umbrella.
The umbrella. Okay.
People say, "Well, where do you get your inspiration to write books?"
Yes.
The thoughts just come to me,
Yeah.
and the way the umbrella came is kind of piggybacking on what you said.
Hmm.
I said, with dating now, what is dating? Because you have so much going
Good.
on, internet and all this kind of thing. I said I want to write a book that, let's say, a man and a woman, whether they're married, associated, dating, or whatever, they could sit in a place, right?
Yes.
And both of them have a copy of a book.
Mm.
They're sitting there reading a book, and after every few chapters, they'll close the book, and then they'll have a book discussion, just them two.
Yeah, that's possible. Very possible. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I said, well, I want to write a book that will appeal to both the men and women.
Mhm.
And that's where the umbrella came out. It's a love story, but when you read, it's like I'm gonna call it a date book. I don't know if that's my phrase. I'm gonna make it up.
Yeah, you gonna make it up.
I hope maybe that's my book. It's called a date book.
The day book. Just
That,
something to instill or inspire, I should say, the communication between a couple or families. I know you said that particular book is a date book, but we can always make anything we choose applicable to our circumstances. Yes. So thank
yeah,
you
the
for
boss
this
could
wisdom.
be a date book. Yeah, the boss family could be a date book. It's like
Mm.
you're sitting there, but you can learn a lot about a person.
Yes.
Uh, you're sitting with someone and you're trying to get to know them. Okay, what do you do? If you're at her house or she's at his house, you turn on the TV, you're sitting,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, watching a movie or watching a show or trying to get to know each other. Think about y'all if you all sat there and read a book, and after every few chapters, you close the book out, have a discussion. Now you're getting insight on that person think, how they feel, how they can articulate themselves right there on the spot.
Right
So
there.
that's how the umbrella came about. So I'm excited to release that.
Well, there are comments saying thank you, Mr. Muse, and looking forward to your new book. And that's a great book, meaning the current book that you're speaking of, and said, I believe it. Just wonderful comments tonight in regards to your book and things that you've shared with us, and said, wow, whoa, because you are inspiring us to think of generational wealth. That's why I asked you to explain it, that we're leaving a legacy. We're leaving
Right.
something tangible for the next generation, for our family members to carry on. And I love the way you explain what inspired you was watching a movie, and at the end everybody goes to jail, no one is going to live, you say the money's in the lake, versus hey, everybody's got their money and they're doing well. And so I don't want to give the book up. I don't want you to get a book up. I want people to go out and purchase it. So where can we find the Boss Family Generational Wealth is a goal, or is the goal?
It's on Amazon. You can go on the David C. Muse, the Boss Family on Amazon, or you can go to my website, which will link you over to Amazon, kaspublishing.com, KAS publishing.com. If you go on there, it'll give you a description of the book, and it'll show you the trailer. I have a trailer up on the website also. It'll give you an idea of how the or the drama series, the television drama series will look. So it's a great trailer that you can watch on. Yeah, you can go to Amazon or go to the website kaspublishing.com, KAS publishing.com, and you can pick it up there. But like I say, Amazon, just click on David C. Muse, the Boss Family, and it should come.
That's beautiful. I'm loving the fact that you have created such a different flavor of what we're looking for. You know, we have if we're gonna say the romance, we had like you said, the New Jack Cities and the shoot 'em up, bang bang, gangsters. Nobody gets the money at the end, or all the characters die. But your movie is more inspiring, that we can make this money, create wealth, and leave it for the next generation, something tangible that we can hold on to, and it's creating a legacy. So thank you for inspiring us kind of back to our roots in a sense. You know,
Right.
we work to have something and to leave land, which is the word of God. You know, I love that. Leave land and wealth for your family. So thank you for taking this, allowing us to share the journey with you.
Oh, no problem. Cause I always, I don't know about anyone else, but I always wondered in watching those kind of movies, what happened to the money?
What happened to the money trail?
Yeah.
Don't be the money.
I always leave the movie theater or watching the movie on TV or whatever, and I'm always saying, whatever happened to the money? Even with a movie, a movie like Scarface.
Yes.
Right, you think about Scarface, all that money that they were making. Then when everyone got killed up and shot up and all that, I'm like, the movie ends.
That's it.
Like, money.
Where's the money?
When they were making all that, and what happened to all? Even like you just said with New Jack City.
Yeah.
But I saw something today that they're doing a stage play in New Jack City.
What? Oh, yeah. Wow. I'd like to see how that is going to go. That's interesting. Yes.
Or are they going to tap into that? Like, you know, pick it up, or are they just going to do pretty much a reenactment? But yeah, that always intrigued me about those kind of movies, man. What happened to the money?
Well, I would love to see when they revise movies like that. And like you said, what happened to the money? Change it up in the play. Because I'm sure that your trailer that we're watching, because it's intriguing, it really makes me, I wanted more. I wanted more of your trailer for your book. So I know that you're going to throw some things in there for us that we're going to enjoy. Yeah, yeah. You made an exciting presentation.
Absolutely. I'm glad. Yeah.
You have
a videographer who He's actually from Chicago, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And I gave it to him. I gave him the idea. I said, "This is what I want to create." So I'm thinking, he's going to come back, and I'm going to say, "Oh, well, no, can you try this?" We're going to have some back and forth just to get it right, to get my vision. And I'm talking about, man, and I think because he came from where I came from, Southside. So, I mean, when he sent the trailer to me, the trailer that you're looking at,
Yes.
that's the very first trailer he sent me. I mean, I didn't make no deviations, no nothing. I mean, he nailed it the first time.
I must concur, because I would have never imagined that was a one hitter and he nailed it for you. I wouldn't have never imagined that. I mean, I would have thought that it was production and then you go back to the drawing board. I'm ready. You better keep him. I'm really ready now to see it, because when someone can capture another person's concept and really bring it to life, to fruition the way that you envision it in your mind, and now they've taken it to another step, another level of what you were just thinking. That's amazing.
And I tell you, Free, piggybacking on that. Matter of fact, I spoke to him this morning.
Oh wow.
The guy who's writing the script for the Boss Family movie, he's a filmmaker down here in Dallas, and he's doing a cast. He's working on a movie right now, and he's doing a casting call on I think he said October. Well, he'll send me the date.
Okay.
And he's come here.
No.
He wants me to come there to the casting call and sit in and watch the whole process of how they do it, how they make movies, how they pick people, actors and actresses, and just get a feel of everything. And I said, man, you know what? That's a great idea, because now it's going to give me and him an opportunity to get a feel for what we want. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely,
so,
yes.
While he's doing what he's doing, I'm asking questions like, okay, well, what about that? What about this? And he's asking me, okay, well, what do you think about this? So we're getting a good feel of one another. So when we put the script together, and matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm glad I feel God put him and I together.
I absolutely agree with you. Yes.
It is something that I don't know if a filmmaker, especially someone as accomplished as he is, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants, but as accomplished as he is, he could just take the book and go read the book and go write the script and say, okay, this is how it should be. But when he and I first talked, he said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the book, and then we're going to sit down together and write the script. And I said, I
love it.
Because I didn't know, because I think he's going to take it, because that's what happened with so many other books, like Ted McMillan, like with Waiting to Exhale. Did you see the movie Waiting to Exhale?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker just took the script pretty much and, made his version of what he thought the movie should be, which was one of my most favorite movies of all time, by the way.
Totally agree. I'm with you. It's one of my top 10.
Really?
Yes, it's one of my top 10, along with Color Purple, which is my sister's favorite movie. But when you can take a book and create it into a live project, like a movie or a stage play, that's incredible within itself. That speaks of volumes for the author as well.
Yeah. That's so, I'm so excited about that, just to sit down with him and get a feel for how you make a movie.
Yes.
The movie that he's working on now, I'm gonna make some time to go and just sit down and watch.
That would be great.
Experience, because I want to see how all that works.
Well, I love his enthusiasm, and I can't wait till you're able to disclose his name and share all those good details. And even we would love to, at Simply Free Little Talk, promote and share with others the information of the casting calls, because people will come from all over. Trust me, I've sat in one, and I know that they're really, especially in that area, they're growing in the acting arena. Yes, yes, great actors and actresses in that area and who have wonderful resumes. So I would love to see what I can do as far as be there with you. I would love that. I would
Um,
love to see this come to pass. Your book is amazing. So I know the movie as well as I'm praying for the TV series to manifest as well.
thank
Yes,
you. Thank you.
yes, yes. I'll be definitely praying. I mean, I believe in it, and I know others that do as well. You really have a great book. So, again, everyone that's listening, you really need to take time to go out and get this book from off of Amazon or go to his website, his publishing company, and get The Boss Family. Generational wealth is the goal, and it is the goal, and it should be the goal. I want you, as we're getting ready to close, leave us. You gave us great wisdom. I say that for real, you have, because you've inspired some people listening with the comments that have been made. People are reflecting, what can I do to leave that type of financial legacy for my loved ones? So just kind of share with us what you've, because you've gotten great feedback, and I know that, but just kind of give us some insight of what we can do.
Well, one of the things I'm gonna tell you like this. One of the people that really inspired me a lot, even to this day, I listen to him pretty much every day, is Steve Harvey. Uh,
Yes.
he's a tremendous inspiration to me. I mean, because he talks in a way that makes you understand it, where he's not trying to impress you. He's just giving it to you exactly how he said God is giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I love what he said, uh, follow your gift.
Follow your
What
gift.
is your gift? God gave us all a gift. And you have to identify what your gift is. Once you find out what that gift is, that gift will lead you to generational wealth for your family. Because I
Absolutely.
don't know, I'm not trying to be, I'm not no Bible based person, but I know some scriptures, and I know
Amen.
scriptures is your gift will make room for you
Mm-hmm.
in the presence of great men.
True. True.
So, what is your gift? Once you identify that gift,
Absolutely
just
true.
go for it. Go
Yeah.
for it with all your heart and soul, and understand that the enemy
Mm.
is attacking you, man. Attacks are
Yeah.
from ways that you never could imagine in your life.
True.
Can't give up. You have to understand that's why I like the subtitle, Generational Wealth is the Goal,
It
because
is the goal.
focus on the goal, all the obstacles and pitfalls that goes along with you getting to that goal won't
Mm-hmm.
be as astronomical, and you won't think, oh, it's so overwhelming. No, what is the goal? The goal is to create generational wealth for my family, for my children, and all those that come behind them. Like, you look at so many of these wealthy families, black and white. It's not just specific to one race. Um, you have people that just left a legacy of wealth and intelligence, um, and that's just the goal. Just identify that gift and just go with it. Just go with all your heart and soul, and just try to make that dream come true.
Well, sir, I am excited because my sponsors would like to give one book away or purchase one book to give away tonight. So I always do the 1 through 10, and I never tell the guests when we're going to do a giveaway. They just have to be faithful tuners, audience, and tune in. And so tonight we're going to give your book away because
Oh,
it's such a great book. So we're going to purchase it. My sponsors are going to purchase your book, and we're going to make sure that someone in the feed wins the book. So we always have a number 1 through 10. And so I'm going to send you the number, and whoever gets close to that. So if you're on the live feed or you're in the YouTube, type your name in the comments. So I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to see who's on YouTube. But who's ever in the comments here, we're going to see, and they have to put their number next to their name, 1 through 10, 1 through 10. And I just text you the number. So don't give them the number.
okay.
So I'm looking to see who's in the comments on YouTube, and they put their number. You got to type your name in, and the number is 1 through 10. And whoever gets close to the number that I've texted to your phone, Mr. David,
Okay.
that's the winner of the book tonight. So you have to say your name and the number, so I know who's on the live. Okay. It's 1 through 10, ma'am. You have to pick a number between 1 through 10. Okay. We have a Tammy Walker. She picked 7. We have Rachel Mosley, who's picked number 8. Miss Muse picked 23, with 1 through 10. We need a number 1 through 10. So, gonna wait a little while longer to see who else wanted to write their name and their numbers in the box. One once, okay, got a 5. So we have a 5, we have a 7, and we have an 8. Sir, what is the number? Because I think we got a tie.
Oh wow, I don't have my phone. I gotta.
Oh, you don't have this phone. Well, I do that so that no one won't think that I'm trying to give something away to the wrong person. But the number tonight was selected as 6. So go ahead.
You know that I don't see it. I don't have. You know the number that you text. Just say the number. Now we're gonna try. We just say the number.
I did. The number is 6, but we have a 5 and a 7. So Miss Walker and Miss Muse, you guys have to fight it out by giving me another number between 1 and 5. And hopefully you guys won't say the same number. Give me it, and then you'll win the book. Okay. Your number 1 through 5. Give us a number 1 through 5, and if you get close to the number that's in that I've sent to him, we have a winner. Miss Tammy Walker in California will be receiving your book. She got it right. I mean, she nailed it. The number was 3. So Tammy, you got to inbox me or text me your address, and I will be making sure that that book is purchased. Our sponsors, look, Miss Muse, she just did a 3 as well. You came after the fact. I love it. Congratulations. That's right, Rachel said congratulations. We never had a tie. That's great. I can't wait. We surprise people here. I don't announce that this is the night we're going to give something away, but your book is amazing, and I'm so glad that Tammy is going to receive a book in California, and I'm just excited that she gets to enjoy how amazing. She said, I love it, how amazing the book is. Tammy, I also want you to connect with Mr. David once you read the book and you find out, because the book has great detail of how to obtain wealth, like he said, and just a great storyline. And it's going to be a movie. You can't beat it. It will be a signed autograph. So I want to get one personally from you. You can, I'll send you whatever we need. You know, sponsors are great. They're going to make sure that you get what you need. Sign that book for her for us, and we'll be so glad to take care of all the coverage of it, the purchase of it. She said, I sure will. She's going to let you know. So congratulations again, Miss Tammy. She will enjoy it. I believe that as well. So I would love you to just sign us out with something really encouraging. You gave us some encouragement. Trust me, you have, because I'm ready to start looking into what am I doing? Am I really saving for my family and preparing them? So thank you. And thank you for the book that's going to be purchased to give to someone that was on live tonight. Thank you.
I want to close with this. Someone asked me a question, said, is it hard to try to start something? Is it more harder to start something or to get it right? Okay. What's more important, to start it or to get it right? And I'm going to say this, start. Oh. Because I remember when that story I told you about, when that idea came to me, I had never written a book in my life. Whoa. Said I'm going to write The Boss Family. I went to the store and I got some paper and some pens. I didn't have a computer back then. It wasn't because I wrote this book. I started writing this book 20 years ago.
Whoa.
I started this book 20 years ago, and people said, "Well, why did it take so long?" I didn't know how to write. And what I did was I heard I forget who it was. I'm gonna try my best one day because I remember when the first person I heard say this, I remember it moved my spirit. It was like, man, it was the most amazing thing. It was a saying that someone said, "The thing that you do the most is the thing that you do the best."
That's
Heard
true.
that. Oh my goodness, that stuck with me. So I just sat down and just started writing year after year after year. I mean, I'm talking about freehand, pen to paper, no
Pen and
computer.
paper. That's the best way sometimes. Really, it is.
Right. No computer, no keyboard, none of that. So,
Mhm.
so my point is, I just started.
You
And
started.
trust me, the first draft of the Boss Family was absolutely horrible. It was, I mean, oh goodness, man, the period, the comma, the paragraphs. I mean, it was just
Oh.
because I was just putting down ideas. I wasn't putting
Mhm,
down.
mhm.
I wasn't trying to bring it all together. I was just putting down ideas.
Wow.
Point is that I just started.
You
You know,
started.
started and I didn't
Mm.
worry about getting it right. So
Yes. Yes.
don't think a lot of people talking about, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. I get so many things.
Mm.
Well, I don't know how to start. I don't know how to write. Man, forget getting it right. If you
Right.
pay space,
Yes.
God ain't asking you to figure it out.
Whoop.
He just asking you to have faith. Just have faith. Just sit down. Whatever
Wow.
you accomplish, just try it. You
And
know,
try.
and
Mhm.
he'll put people in your life. I mean, I have editors, book designers. I have
Everything you
literary
need.
attorneys. All these people are associated with my company right now that I wouldn't even know. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how they came.
Mm.
Honest with you, Fred. I'm not even gonna say I went search.
No.
People just call up, and all these people that are part of my team right now to getting these books out. I
Wow.
mean, just came. So I just put it on God. God would put
Yes.
people in your path that you
Yes,
need
you will.
to
Yes, you will.
create the mission. But you have to
Mm.
start. You can't sit around and say, well, I
Mm-mm.
want this, I want to do that, I want to do that. Oh, I've been trying to do that. And 5 years later, you still saying that.
Now see, you all on my street there. You on my street there. I just shared that with someone on last night that we can't just wish it to happen. We have to, follow through, and you have to make a conscious effort that you want it. But I do also relate to people that you never even imagined that will cross your path and be so ready to see your dream come to pass, or should I say, in my case, my assignments to manifest accordingly. And sometimes, don't you want to pinch yourself and say, are these people real, or these
Right.
angels?
Especially
Because they
my,
be so amazing.
and in my case, my thing was always, I always felt like I had to do everything myself because I didn't have the financial resources to pay anyone. But man,
Wow.
that's why it's so amazing, man. These people were coming to me and wasn't asking for money.
No, no, just want to help you.
Right.
Want
It
to
was just,
help you.
I can do this, I can do it.
Wow.
But then once I was able to provide them money, I was like giving them, paying them then.
Wow.
But they first came, they wasn't like, okay, I would do this, I would do that for money. I was like, man, I had this dream, I had a vision to put
Yeah.
this book together and show them some of the manuscript and all that.
Mhm,
Wow,
mhm.
this is awesome. I can do this, I can do
Yeah.
that, and I can do that. And like I said, that's just God sending people to you. But I
True.
had to go to that drugstore, get that paper, get that pen, sit down with no computer, ink running all up my arm. I had to sit down
I
and
can
do.
imagine you doing that.
Oh my goodness, it was paper all over the room, and I had so many pages. I had to go get a box, and as I was writing, I would just throw the page in the box, throw the page in the box, throw the page in the box. And I just had a big box of pages. And I just kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. And then once I was blessed, that's a whole nother story how I got a computer.
Whole
But
nother thing. Wow. Come on. Well, you have a beautiful testimony, testimony. And I am just so elated that you shared it on a Simply Free Little Talk. You gave us some great wisdom nuggets, and we're looking forward to the casting crew when you have the screening and the actors and actresses that you're going to be looking for. We want to be able to post that here and encourage people to become a part of your movie.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Oh man, this is a great interview. I thoroughly enjoyed you being here, sharing this information. It was so fun with the faithful viewers who tune in and they're waiting on these surprise gifts. I thank God for the sponsors that sponsor the show and they want to bless people. And I love that. Like you say, people will gravitate to you that have your same vision and your dream and they make it possible. So I bless God. I understand what you're saying. And now you have your business as a result of God sending the right people across your path. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Thank you so much, Mr. David. Thank you for coming on and sharing. And I know Tammy's saying amen. She's grateful and she's gonna be waiting on her book. And we're gonna get it to you because as soon as I get off the line with him and Miss Rachel Mosley had already made in her mind she was gonna purchase the book anyway. So maybe that's why she didn't win because her heart was already fixed to go purchase the book. So Tammy was our blessed winner in California, and Miss Rachel Mosley is here in Texas. But hey, we always gonna have winners from the Simply Free Little Talk. Some great things are coming, and I'm just glad that your book was one of the gifts that our sponsors are giving away. So I thank you, Miss Mabel. You missed the you missed it. Yeah, Miss Tammy Walker. She got her book, The Boss Family: Generational Wealth is the Goal. Thank you again, Mr. David. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you for the opportunity.
My pleasure. Truly my pleasure. Have a good one, sir. Whoa, guys. Congratulations, Tammy Walker. She won a book tonight. The Boss Family: Generational Wealth is the Goal. And Tammy, now you have the book, and we're gonna make sure that he signs it for you. We're gonna get it to you in the mail. We're so glad you tuned in tonight with all the other viewers who tuned in, our faithful viewers. We could not continue doing this to bless others if you're not a part of the blessing. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank my sponsors who just love people and love the vision, and they are right on course with it. So I thank you for that. Again, remember, Simply Free Little Talk is here to serve you, here to bring you information, community facts, and so many other great things. Just stay tuned. We got great shows coming. 2022 is going to be amazing with the rest of this year with some great shows. But if I tell y'all 2023 has some guests that's going to blow your mind. I love it. Be blessed, stay blessed, and tune in to the Simply Free Little Talk. You never know when you're going to win a prize. Be blessed.